peace and love. Let's get into it. Now we've got a couple of new drops here from Inpatient. That is Ren and Chris Webby. This first one is called Me and My Monster. These all dropped the other day. So let's see what's going on here. And Claire in the chat, you were at is it like a listening party in Brighton for this? I'm intrigued. Let's see what's going on.
I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay. Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. So I let the monster out the cage. Something's in the water, at least that's what I blame. I can feel a monster that wants to escape, scratching on my insides. No peace from a freak of nature. Cause recently my thoughts are driving me insane, pulling me apart by the seams in my brain, crawling on my windpipe. Wake the beast, time to meet your maker. So let me get the first thing first. I was cursed since birth. I was born with Nostradamus like prophecies, worse of fate. Pain shaped and the pain makes me not think straight. Brain checkmate, need restraint, since two chains and a whole cage to contain the pace of my train of thought. Cause it's all for morbid, more highly strong. And the soul is tortured, more highly strong from a new supported. And the more I run, more I feel awkward, like I'm caught in a storm and I'm launched to orbit. And from dusk till dawn as a force to forces itself to the surface. It's coming, it hurts, it is murderous mercy. This monster that's lurking. I don't know just why I'm like.
Ooh. There's a lot to take in here. So first of all, the instrumental they've got, that they've made, it's very lo-fi, very jazzy, and if you took the vocals away from this, you would end up with something really chill out. You know, it's just something you kind of just put on, relax to. But then the vocals, even though Webby at the beginning, very, very nice, very melodic, a sort of sung rap style. And then Ren kind of, he tags in from there. He keeps that going along, so it's not a stark change. He keeps it quite chill, but then he builds up. He starts sort of doubling the flow, the pace of it. And then he ends up pushing the rhythm on that last delivery of the line there, and with a lot more intensity than the rest of the track is giving, right? Like it's very, very laid back, but the vocals have a lot of energy to them, and that's interesting. It's interesting how that's worked. The closest artist I can put this sound to overall is probably Mac Miller. Kind of feels like a UK Mac Miller a little bit, but different. But I feel circa the era of the album Swimming, it's got elements from that, certainly instrumentally, and it's real vibe music here. They just don't disappoint, do they? Ren and Webby together. Pretty damn unstoppable.
Till dawn as a force to forces itself to the surface. It's coming, it hurts, it is murderous mercy. This monster that's lurking. I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay. Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. Let the monster out the cage. Feel it in my bloodstream, rushing through my veins. Feel him as he creeps through the halls in my brain. And he's always hungry, gotta keep him fed. After years spent trying to expel him from in my head, he started under the bed.
You see how nicely they're switching from like Ren to Webby, and how they'll kind of harmonize and both sort of rap sing together and then pass on to the next one. It's a really, really nice way of, without you even noticing the singer's change. It just makes it really, really seamless. Love the lyrical content of this as well. Like the monster's kind of built up and seeped into my veins, you know, this this feeling of bottling of something, of anger or pent up frustration. It's like it can't just sit in the chamber anymore. It's gotta come out. It's got to, you know, release in some way. Which is a scary concept. I really like the way they're taking it on, you know. Claire says, yeah, the pre-launch listening party Q&A, which turned into a mini concert. This is in Brighton the other day, with live kazoo and mason jar playing. Honestly, it was unbelievable. Looking at my vids, I'm thinking it was more like 60, 80 people. What an experience. Good for you, mate. That's awesome. Pete says the vid reminded me of the Blair Witch Project. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Blair Witch, that's such a great film back in the day. Yeah, I'm really, really excited to hear all of these. Louise says, when Ren released a sneak peek reel of this, I played it over and over and got obsessed with it. Just needing to hear the full song. I'm so happy to finally hear the full thing. I love this one. Yeah, it's they're onto another big one, and again, another style. There's a whole other genre that they're tapping into. But they've kept their vocal styles, the rapping and the singing style, all of it has been very cohesive, I think, throughout the whole album, and that's what's tied it all together, is they've both just got such distinct voices that they're able to move the music around so much into so many different fields without it feeling like a mixtape, you know? It feels like a cohesive album.
Till he made himself a home in the furthest depths of my psyche, to the marrow in my bones. He's that shadow that I cast, that reflection in the glass. He's that static in the silence telling me I'm not alone. In my DNA in that double helix, he lead the way and I fucking feel it's too late to make a vacate. It's chained to my fate, maybe I'm crazy or that my fucking spirit is just plain weak for letting him win. Or maybe destiny that we spend the rest of our natural lives together. Why fight each other? Cause in the end I've felt an emptiness that's following me since a kid, but he was there to claim the occupancy. A lifetime later, right back where I started, you see. Till the credits roll, still it's just my monster in me, yeah. I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay. Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. Let the monster out the cage.
Hold up. Man. I think I say this every single time I hear a song from this album, but I think that's one of my favorites. Really, really great hooks. Amazing vocal layering, like fantastic harmonies and fantastic vocal production as well. Really great lyrically. I love the concept behind it. And I love the way that these two, that Ren and Webby, have both just found a way to really like capitalize on the uniqueness of their voices and make them work together so well, like in tandem so well. And it's really, really clever arrangement vocally of how they move through the track as a UK and a US rapper. Like, it's so smooth. That one was really jazzy, very lo-fi, very Mac Miller, and I absolutely loved it. Really special one. That was Me and My Monster, Ren and Chris Webby.